What's up, everybody? So today's video request is going to be about mental illness and how basically it's very common today. Yes, it is. And how, it's pretty obvious of why it's common. So without further ado, let's get on into it. A lot of times why we have mental problems is because of the way life is. Life definitely doesn't make it better. Even when you have nothing wrong with you, like you have no type of mental illness, life is still a struggle. But you can get by easier. It's still tough, but you're able to function a little better. You're able to handle the pace a little better. Still sucks, still exhausting, but you're still able to, function most likely. Now, when you have a mental illness of whatever kind, whether it's anxiety, depression, or both, or, schizophrenic, you name it, any type of mental illness, it's hard. It's truly hard. People don't understand, people think you're just lazy. People think, you're full of shit, Some people may make it up, but that's not always the case. It's just not always the case. Me, I have bad anxiety. It comes and goes. There's times where I'm good for a while, then there's times where it starts hitting me really bad. I feel like I don't have depression alone, but when the anxiety is bad, I get depressed. Who wouldn't? If you're not feeling good, who wouldn't get depressed? If you were diagnosed with cancer or some kind of illness, wouldn't you be depressed? Yeah, I know I would be. It sucks. But I don't feel like I have depression alone, at least I don't think. But, everyone has different problems. And the world that we live in doesn't help in any way, form. It actually just causes more problems. The reason why we have a lot of these problems is because of the way life is. Some of us just can't cope to the way it is. And then life getting more expensive ain't helping in any way, form. It ain't making things easier. It's making matters a lot worse. It's just like dominoes, it's like just a domino effect, like this falls, that lands on that, then just keeps going and going. That's just how I look at life. And this is why mental illness and all the craziness and, all the fucked up shit's going on to us and just life itself. People always say, go to therapy. Maybe it could help you. They could put you on meds. Right away, they always want to just hook you right onto medication. And don't get me wrong. Maybe medication does help some people. I'm not saying it doesn't do anything, but for a lot of people, I feel it doesn't do anything. And it's just something you don't want to get hooked on. A lot of times there's really nothing really wrong with us. It's just because it's just the way life is that makes us feel this certain way. So when you think about it, what's really wrong is the way life is. Some people sense things different than others. Some people don't sense anything. Some people just don't have common sense to sense anything. See, me, I could just see this, something not right with life. I could just see I could see the whole picture clearly. Even if I take these off. Actually a little blurry, but let me put these on. Yeah, there we go. Now I can see it clearly. Yeah, I can see the whole world clearly and what it's all about. And it's not very bright. I will say that. It's not very bright. And I don't know if you guys just noticed, but I just seen some kind of orb thing move around. A lot of people say it's just dust. Maybe it is. I don't know. But whatever it was, I did just see it on the camera. I never see it with my own, with my eyes, just mainly on camera. So who knows if it's something the camera picks up that I can't see physically, but who knows. But yeah. Still bugged out on that day when I made a video with this, when I was making a video and the smoke or some kind of mist went by the light. like if a spirit was getting drawn into the light. You know what they say, follow the light? So that was like probably a sign that was trying to give me. That's a light. And then the spirit was going up to the light. You know, who knows? You know, it's like a little sign. Who the hell knows? Wouldn't be surprised, you know. But back on topic with mental illness. You know, a lot of people just don't understand. When you have nothing wrong with you, I mean, think of it this way. We all have problems. We have struggles. Everyone has struggles in something. What I have struggle in, you may not have. But what you have a struggle in, I may not have. And the thing is, whatever your struggles are, if that person, you know, if the other person doesn't have that, they don't understand what you're going through. Then they sometimes look at you like you're weird, or like, you know, for example, there's a lot of people that are afraid of going over bridges. And then plus what you heard in the Baltimore with that bridge thing, now I can understand why people are afraid. That's, you know, it's crazy. People that have a fear with bridges, now seeing that on the news of what happened, that's just going to make the fear even worse. That's going to even spin more out of control. But, you know, there's people that are afraid of things. They have fear, they have phobias. There's all type of problems people have. And, you know, I'm not afraid of going over a bridge. Of course, I'll be afraid if it collapses, but I don't, you know, really mainly think that that's what's going to happen when I'm on a bridge. A lot of people do. You know, there's a lot of things that people fear at. Some people just going to the grocery store is like a big thing. You know, some people be like, dude, this is the world, you know, this is the outside world, you know, like, but some people just, you know, there's people that are afraid to leave the house. There's people that can't even leave the house. That's how bad anxiety is, where if they go outside, they start getting a panic attack or who knows. And, you know, when you don't have that type of problem, you don't understand, you look at that person and you'll be like, snap out of it. Well, if the person could snap out of it, I'm pretty sure the person would love to snap out of it. It's just not that easy, and it's almost impossible. People don't understand when there's nothing really, you know, when you're not struggling with that situation. There's so many type of problems that I probably can't even mention it all in this one particular video, but there's just so many problems with mental illness, you know. People hear voices, people are sick in the head. You know, me, I don't feel I'm sick in the head where I'm going to be a serial killer, or, you know, that I hear voices. You know, there's some people that do. And you know what's crazy is there's some people that realize that, like, what I'm trying to say is with schizophrenic, right? That's usually when you hear things, you know, I think you see things too that aren't really real, and you hear things. Some people know right off the bat, like, this is my illness causing me this. I know this isn't real. It's almost like, think of this. I don't know if anyone here has eye floaters. I do sometimes. They're annoying, where I see this eye floater. I look here, goes, you know, it follows basically where I go. I know it's not real. I know it's not really a real dot. It's my stupid eyes, you know, the retina, what do you call that? The retina in your oh my god, I'm stuttering. In your eyes, you know, in the back of your eyes or whatever. It's retina, something called like that causes some people to see you know, floaters. And that's basically what a lot of people have. But that's like the same thing. People with schizophrenic. A lot of people be like, you know, they'll know that it's an illness. It's annoying. You know, it's annoying. People know it's not real, but it just ruins your life, because you're constantly seeing God only knows what, or hearing things, and it's just driving you crazy all day long. You know, it gets annoying. Then there's, you know, other people that are so sick that they don't realize that it's all just in their head. They really think the voices are real, when of course it's not real, but some people think it's real, where other people know that it's not real. But still, whether they know or don't know, it's ruining their life. It's ruining their life. It's a mental illness that they sometimes see or don't see, but whether they see it or don't see it, it's literally screwing them up in life. And that, you know, they try to go on medication for that, and a lot of medication helps with that. I don't know the names of the medications that help with that or anything. I'm not really familiar with that stuff, but, you know, but that's like the same scenario with the eye floater thing. I know it's not real, but it's just annoying. It's, you know, pain in the ass seeing that shit. Well, same thing with, you know, people that have schizophrenia. Then sometimes people compare problems with other people. Like, what I'm trying to basically put that as, some people have problems where, let's say I have this problem, right? Whatever it is, and that person has this problem, and I say to myself, I think I'd rather have your problem rather than my problem. My problem is so much worse. Meanwhile, you don't know that. You don't know what that, you know, maybe you ain't think that, but that person, what he or she's feeling is just as bad. You know, when you're not the person, you don't truly understand what they're feeling. But I do agree there are a lot of, every anxiety, every mental illness is bad. But of course, there are some that are even worse. Like, I do think, the universe, I guess you could say, that I don't have, schizophrenia or anything like that, at least not as of right now. I don't know if that's something that could just randomly develop or you got to be born that way. I really don't know. But my heart does truly go for the poor people that have that disorder, and I really hope that people that are watching this video, if anyone here has that disorder, I really hope you do get treatment that, you deserve. I really wish you the very best from the bottom of my heart. That I will say. I mean that. It's why a lot of homeless people, 9 out of 10, have a mental illness. And I'm not saying they all have an illness where they hear voices or things like that. I mean, some could, but some have bad anxiety. Some have real bad depression where it's just hard to cope in life. It's just not easy. And it's not, I'm not saying that's the only reason. It's also like, some people were just born, unfortunately unlucky, where they weren't in a wealthy, situation. They were born in poverty from the start, and it's just hard for them to get on their feet. It's fucking hard getting a job, man. You got to go through all the stupid bullshit. That's why I truly hate it. You can't just walk in and be like, yo, can I get the job or whatever, they maybe give you a little test to see if you can do this, do that. All right, cool, you're hired or whatever. You got to go through all the bullshit. You got to go on and especially today, you got to literally go on your stupid phone or tablet or whatever the hell on the internet, and you got to apply. And then, I don't know if this happens to everyone here, but this happens to me when I did that, and I start getting all these other stupid job messages that I'm not even interested in looking for. I just specifically applied for this job, and here I am getting all these other stupid messages of jobs I don't even give a damn about. I can't stand any of them, period, but you get what I mean. And then they barely call. They practice. A lot of times they don't even call you. There was a few times where they call, and I don't even remember what happened, man, to be honest. I just bite my tongue how fucking annoying it is. Like, they call for the interview, but I'm supposed to wait for that second call to know if I got the job or not, and a lot of times that second call never happened. So, like, I even made a video in the past saying where you waste my time, me having to show up at this stupid interview. Right there, I should know that same day whether I got the job or don't. I shouldn't have to leave that interview still wondering, am I going to get the job? Am I going to get the job? Like a friggin' asshole just waiting to know. And then that second call never happens. Most of the time. You get the first call saying, yeah, interview, blah, blah, blah. You go to the stupid interview. And you still don't know at the end of the day if you got the job or not. So you're just wasting my time. I should know, yes, Justin, you got this stupid sheep position, or no, Justin, you don't got this stupid sheep position. There you go. If I got it, yippee-yi-yay. If I don't got it, yippee-yi-yay, I don't have to be a sheep. But you get what I mean? Like, you're still friggin' just guessing. That's what I find fucked up. They just give you the runarounds. So a lot of time it's just hard. And when you're homeless and you can't pay bills, how the hell do you even apply for a job? Your phone's most likely going to be disconnected. You may not even have a phone. If someone's homeless and has nothing, how are they going to apply? I just thought of that, like everything's all online, and they don't have a phone or they don't have any cellular data or any, they're not, it's not activated where they can go on the browser. So how the fuck do they get a job? People just don't understand, man. A lot of suffering, a lot of evil, cruel shit out there. And a lot of times they have mental illness. How could you not be? How could you not get some kind of illness or feel a certain way, knowing that life literally gives zero fucks about you? You're literally just like an animal out there. Literally. You see stray cats, you see that's literally what we're like. We're a human being. We have feelings, we have emotions, and so do animals. But, we talk and shit. We can understand one another. Well, then again, I actually bite my tongue when I say that. And yet we just kick people to the curb. But then you get a lot of these assholes that'll be like, get a job, you loser, get a job. Yeah, like it's so fucking easy. And everything's mainly applying online. So, yeah, a homeless person that has nothing, no food, no shelter, no phone, nothing, how are they going to apply? This friggin' light. Oh, it's like I always say, could I go one video without it turning off? The day that happens, I'll be stunned. The previous video, it actually almost made it without going off, but then literally right towards the end of the video, it went off. Hey, yo. Hey. Hey. Come on now. Hey. Fucking thing. But yeah, you get what I'm trying to say, people, before that got in the way of distraction. And plus just the runaround in general life gives you, like applying for a job. You don't even get a call, and then when you do, you just waste your time because you got to wait for that second call. Sometimes it happens, most likely it won't happen. It depends. Just then you wonder why people lose it. Then you wonder why people go crazy. How could you not? How could you not? And you wonder why some people just say, you know, fuck this, when they just start shooting. You know? This world just makes people go nuts. Making me go nuts. Not to the point where I'm going to, you know, but, you know, some people just, everyone's stress level is different. Some people could just snap and become like that. The way society is ain't helping. It's just promoting more bad things to occur because bad things in general are occurring, if you get my drift. That's the way I say it's like a domino effect. This is why I don't, you know, pay attention to the news, because the news is always negative. I don't watch the news. Sometimes I'll, you know, hear a little second of what's going on, but then I just literally turn it off or I just walk right out the door. I don't literally sit in front of my TV listening to every bit that the news says. That's why some things that happen, I don't even know. I don't even care to know because I'm not surprised by it. Like, who knows right now if another shooting just happened somewhere and it's on the news that I have no idea about, but would I be surprised? Absolutely not. There's literally, you know, nothing that surprises me. The news is nothing but depression because life is depressing. But, you know, we're saying that and we're known to be depressed when that's not the case. We just see for what it is. The news is depressing. The news talk about depressing things. Why doesn't it make the news, you know, the people that, you know, do the news be depressed? They're describing basically what I'm describing, but in a whole different way. But still, similar. At this point, I don't really need to hear anything of what's going on in the world because I already know. Well, I'm already equipped with it, if that makes any sense. Like, I already know what most likely is going to happen. There's going to be another shooting soon. There's going to be this soon. Another stab, another hit and run. You know, this is all you hear. This is all you're always going to hear. So it's like, I don't even care to, it's like what happened with the bridge. There you go. It's always something bad. Something bad. But oh no, now that I'm describing that, does that mean I'm depressed? Does that mean I'm sick? Should I get help? I'm just describing what's going on in life. Just like the news are. Just like the news reporters are. Why doesn't it make them depressed though? It shouldn't make them, you know, they shouldn't be labeled as depressed because they're just describing what's going on in the news. They don't make the news, they just tell the news of what's going on in the shithole of a world. So, yeah, they shouldn't be labeled as depressed. So I shouldn't be either, and us people in general shouldn't be either, because we just seeing what is depressing, life itself. But anyway, fellas, I am going to wrap it up for now, guys. I love you all, man. I always say this towards the end of the video, and I always will. And hope everyone takes care of themselves as best as possible. And yeah, Peter Griffin will be signing off for now. Love you all. Peace out.